Hey Epic Gamers, my name is Killmadian, and today we're going to be reacting to My True Story Animated. Yes, I'm finally introducing the reacting part to my channel. I was going to react to a video titled When I Sing Everyone Cry, but then another video caught my eye, which was I Met Mr. Beast. I don't know how you met him, I don't know how he changed your life, but we're about to find out. So let's watch.
Hi, I'm Sophie from France, and my story, you'll have to see to believe. My life was brilliant. I grew up in a vineyard and my parents worked super hard to make it a worldwide success. Even though they were super busy, they made sure I got the best things in life. I've just bought you a pony. You can take him out on rides around the property. Do you want to get a puppy too? We were super rich, but I didn't.
I don't think it's good when parents spoil children with cash because it kind of corrupts the child and gives them a bad look at the world. Also, I will be linking the original video in the description below if you want to see it, along with My True Story Animated channel, so go check it out.
Care about that. I was homeschooled to take over the family business, but I spent most of my time going on adventures with my best friend Luke.
Okay, that's cool. How'd you meet Mr. Beast? This isn't what I signed up for. I didn't sign up to watch 12 minutes of your story and 2 minutes of you meeting Mr. Beast.
He was the son of our surveyor, Mr. Duran, and a major scaredy cat, but he never said no to my crazy plans, even when they landed us in trouble. Come on, Luke! Let's go to the lake and search for sea monsters. Are you crazy?
That's what I'm wondering as well. Is she crazy?
We'll catch a cold, and besides, it's against the rules. Rules schmools. If there was a rule against sneezing, your head would explode from keeping them in. And you'd pick your nose just to tick people off. No, we're not going to the lake, and that's final. But I never took no for an answer.
You entitled little brat. You're gonna grow up to be a gold digger, I swear. The truth is, she actually mugged Mr. Beast and took all his money.
So I jumped over the fence and went running towards the lake. And poor Luke had to follow. But I stopped short when I saw a couple of village boys throwing rocks at a beehive. Hey, leave those poor bees alone. What's it to you, princess?
Please don't call her princess. That's just disgusting. Imagine going to someone in your village and be like, what's it to you, princess? That's a way of flirting, but not really.
Go back to your stupid grape juice farm. Sophie, we need to head back now. No, you should go back to school and learn how important bees are for the environment.
I doubt these two snobby goldfishes even care, so your argument is invalid.
What, Luke? Those aren't bees, Sophie. They're hornets. Just then, a rock tore through the nest, and all the hornets flew out.
And she's dead. Alright, thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
And they were pissed. But instead of going after the village brats, they attacked Luke and me.
I've never seen more disabled hornets in my life.
We ran for our lives, but we got stung so much that by the time we got home, our faces resembled beach balls. And it hurt. And Luke went ballistic. I told you we shouldn't go. You never listen to me. I'm sick and tired of being your babysitter. Babysitter?
Well, yes, dear Sophie. When you put you and your friend in danger constantly, your friend has to feel like a babysitter because he has to prevent you from doing idiotic things.
The stings really mess with your head. I'm your friend.
You suck at that.
Friends listen to each other. You're not my friend. Your parents hired me to keep you out of trouble.
What a twist. I was not expecting that.
Luke, stop it. We're honored to serve in any capacity. You might be, but I'm not. She's a reckless maniac. I'm sick of getting hurt because of her. I quit. Mom, what's going on? Sweetie, you're an adventurer, and we didn't want to hold you back. And Luke was the perfect balance to your hyper-personality. So, we paid him to keep you safe. We were only doing what was best for you.
This is how parents ruin healthy relationships with their children, by technically betraying their trust and doing stuff behind their back and hiring someone to be their friend.
You think this is best for me? My entire relationship was a lie. What else have you been lying about?
That you're not actually their child and that you're adopted.
Are you two even my parents, or is someone paying you too? I stormed off to my room and didn't speak to anyone for days. Luke left for the city without saying goodbye, and I felt humiliated that I was such a loser.
Respect to you for liking Pikachu.
No one would be my friend if I wasn't rich.
I'm glad My Story Animated highlighted this, but this isn't actual insecurity that children have. They're sometimes scared to be poor and having no friends, all because their friends would mock them for being poor, which isn't true. No friend should do that, and if they do, what are you doing hanging around with them? They're not your actual friend. But please, don't ever think that you have to be rich to have friends. If they mock you for being poor, then they're not good friends to begin with.
Mom and Dad arranged playdates with other kids, but it wasn't the same. Every day I missed Luke, and every day I hated him more. But things at the vineyard got worse. Our wine sales went down, and then a freak storm destroyed more than half the vineyard. We had nothing left, and the bank seized the family estate. Suddenly, we were homeless.
It's always sad to see when stuff like this happens, because it does happen in the real world, and it is sad, but there's nothing you can do about it, so let's see what happens next.
Don't worry, darling. As long as we're together, we'll be fine.
Ah yes, the elusive lie that you'll be fine without food, water, shelter, clothing, cleanness, and everything else that's necessary for human survival. When in doubt, it's up to family.
The Durans have invited us to stay with them for a while. Stay with Luke? But he hates us. Beggars can't be choosers, love. And it's been years. I'm sure he's over all that. It'll be cramped in their small house, but it's temporary. But my jaw nearly fell to the floor when I saw their house. It was a mansion with fountains in the garden.
You know you're spoiled rotten when you just say, it's gonna be cramped in there. It's gonna be small in their small apartment. Meanwhile, they live in a mansion.
Mr. and Mrs. Durand had made a fortune by making the right investments and were super nice. But Luke, I had to blink hard because I couldn't believe how handsome he'd become. His eyes were still as green.
This dude, this is what you're blushing over. He looks like he's made of plastic, and he's barely even elastic. It looks like he had like 6 plastic surgeries. Woman, what are you even seeing that I'm not seeing?
As I remembered, and the small dimple still appeared near his lips when he smiled. Suddenly, he reached out and touched my hair.
And then he'd be dead if that was me, because I am very protective of my hair, because I like my hair. It was once long and then I cut it and I hated it, and now I'm waiting for it to regrow. But if someone touches my hair, ooh, they dead.
You've still got bugs in your hair.
Damn, I was not expecting that.
Oh, thanks. I didn't know it was there. I guess I'm a real bug magnet. Yeah, you always did attract the creepy crawlers.
He's talking about himself because he's a creepy. He's a very big creep.
That was weird, but at least he wasn't angry or rude. After lunch, I was strolling around trying to let out a quiet burp when suddenly I slipped and fell in the pool. Strong arms pulled me out of the water, and I was face to face with Luke, and to my complete humiliation, I burped in his face like a bullfrog. I thought you had changed, but I still have to save you from yourself.
As touching as this love story is, where is Mr. Beast? This is meant to be you meeting Mr. Beast, not your cringy love story with some plastic dude.
And I'm sick of it. Hey, it was an accident. Once a troublemaker, always a troublemaker. Mom, you better hide the good plates or she'll break them in a freak accident. Luke, that's enough. Whatever. I have homework to do anyway. Mr. and Mrs. Durand apologized for Luke's behavior, but I didn't want to be a burden. I spent the night thinking of several business plans to get us back on our feet, but we just didn't have the money.
How are your parents this lazy? They should be doing it, not you.
A week later, I was waiting at the bus stop when suddenly a sports car raced by me, drenching me with muddy water. Hey, watch where you're going. I am so sorry. I didn't see you there. You're
Take this woman back to France, because that looks like where she belongs.
headed to school, right? Let me give you a ride and we can get you cleaned up. My name is Bella.
I blame her parents for not doing the basic thing of teaching her child, don't get into stranger's car, otherwise you might get kidnapped. This story is driving me crazy. Where's Mr. Beast? Why is she this stupid and getting into stranger's car? Someone answer me!
And I'm kind of a big deal there. You should stick with me because you're obviously new, and don't mind me saying so, but you look like you got dressed in the dark. I just moved here from the village. OMG! Love that for you. I've always been a city girl. Last year when we went to my family's, Bella talked non-stop till we got to the school.
She gives me pick-me-girl vibes.
And by the time we were sitting in first period, I knew her entire life story. She was an only child, her mom and dad were rich politicians, and she loved corgis. They have the cutest, slappable butts.
What in the name of Jesus Christ am I watching? I didn't come here to listen to some girl's fetish about slapping corgis' asses.
I've wanted one for so long, but my parents say I'm too irresponsible.
They are 100% correct.
And my boyfriend is super scared of dogs, and OMG, there he is! Babe, come meet my new bestie! Oh wait, I totally forgot to ask your name. It's
Sophie?
Whoa, did you just read her mind, Luke? I didn't know.
Such a predictable scenario. Sorry, girl, your plastic doll is taken.
You had super normal powers.
No, I know her. She's the family friend I told you about. The reckless one.
Even turtles look reckless to a chicken like you. Guys, do you know what this means? We can be besties together.
Yeah, they devour each other like hyenas.
Bella was the sweetest girl imaginable. She didn't care whether I was rich or poor. She just liked me for me and took me everywhere with her.
Yeah, that's called a normal and good friend, you dump. Wish I had more of those.
Even on dates. Oh, wow, babe. This is such a cute bracelet.
I am dying inside. Why would you go to your friend's date with your other friend? Why is she even there? It's a date. It's meant to just be you and your boyfriend.
But you know I'm allergic to pink. But it looks so cute on you, Sophie. Oh, I'm squishy. You should totally have it. Bella, you're crazy.
The smartest thing this flamingo has said this entire video.
Luke got this for you.
I don't mind.
See? Our boyfriend doesn't mind.
Holy crap, that escalated quickly. Okay. We're entering polyamorous territory now. Okay.
Put it on her, Luke. Our boyfriend? What was going on? My skin tingled as his fingers touched my skin, and Luke stared into my eyes. He was oddly sweet when we weren't at home. And rather than get jealous, Bella clapped and cheered. They were the weirdest couple I'd ever met. But Bella thought I was the weird one. What do you mean you've never read Shakespeare? I was only taught things that would help me run a vineyard. Like, that is hollyroot and will help you with fevers. And that thing you're taking a selfie with is poison ivy.
Love me a good nature nerd.
Yikes! Hey, you should make TikToks. OMG, this is the best idea I've ever had.
You clearly never had any good ideas then.
We can go on nature walks, and you can talk about what's poisonous and what isn't. Incredibly, Bella's idea was a hit. I went viral and people in school started calling me Nature Girl. I even started getting sponsors, and one day, my fans challenged me to participate in Mr. Beast.
Finally, we see the man himself. Also, did you see how he looks like? I mean, it's not that bad, but it's not the best.
Squid Game. The contest was tough, and as expected, many people joined the fight. I did my best to win the game, but I lost during the tug of war. Still, it was the best adventure I had ever done. I made tons of new friends as well. Not to mention, seeing Mr. Beast personally is the coolest.
Okay, first of all, I want to say this scene is fake as hell. We all know that, hopefully. But, a certain thing that I don't like, which is not enough attention to detail. They did that portion where they're standing in right now in a green screen room. So the roof would be an entire green screen and not actual light, which very, very much annoys me when little attention to detail is paid. I don't know when this was recorded, but he posted a interview on someone else's channel where he literally explained how most of it was CGI, and I don't like when attention to detail isn't made, because the part up there would definitely be a green screen, so yeah. But I think they did this because it looks better, so I'll let it slide.
My heart jumped when I saw him heading my way.
Hi there. Thank you for joining our version of Squid Game. You were great.
Thank you, Mr. Beast. We all had a blast, even though we lost. Just being part of your content alone is an experience of a lifetime.
Well, making people happy is what my content is all about.
It's also about giving away money and other factors. Not just money, by the way. Not just money. It's just there's a lot of other stuff Mr. Beast does.
I'm glad you had fun.
I really did. And it's been quite a long while since I had fun like this.
Really? Why is that?
Well, sometimes life could get rough all of a sudden. Things happen without warning.
That is so true. But no matter what, never stop walking the road to happiness. Never forget the quote, "A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step."
I felt my eyes sting as Mr. Beast gave me a hug.
I can't do this.
And just like what Mr. Beast said, I never stopped walking the road to happiness. I kept on seeking adventure, teaching my fans about plants through TikTok. Bella supported me 100%. Eventually, the money I got from my sponsors were used to set up a small grocery shop in the city. And little by little, We were saving up to move out. Life was getting better, but Luke's behavior at home was getting worse and worse. He was rude to his parents and ignored them all the time. One time, Mrs. Durand asked them to pass the bread, and he accidentally dumped them all on the floor. What is wrong with you? That's no way to behave with your parents.
You have no idea what you're talking about. Stay out of it, please.
This isn't you, Luke. You used to be so sweet and caring, even if you were pretending. His eyes softened, but then he shook his head and pushed past me.
I'm not the boy you used to know.
It's okay, Sophie. It's just a phase. I didn't get what his problem was. He had everything he could ever want. Loving parents, a roof over his head, and a great girlfriend. But things with Luke and Bella were getting weirder. The old feelings were coming back and made me nervous. So when Dad announced we'd be moving to our own apartment at the end of the month, I was relieved, but also bittersweet. Late one night, I was packing up my things for the move when I heard footsteps on the roof.
And that's when you call the police, or look outside and make sure it's not a burglar.
I freaked out and picked up a baseball bat to investigate.
Where the hell did you get a baseball bat? Where the hell did that convenient baseball bat come from? Also, you're investigating with a baseball bat? I think you're planning to murder someone with that.
There was so much crime in the city. We never had this problem in the village. What if there was more than one burglar? But it was only Luke. You scared the farts right out of me.
Oh, great. Just what I need. A damsel in distress.
I'm the one holding the bat, smart Alec, and I was always the brave one, while you were scared of your own shadow.
I sure was a coward back then. Remember that time you couldn't sleep and you made me push all those sheep from a fence so you could count them?
They were goats, and Farmer Jack was so mad.
He made us shovel horse poop for weeks.
You have to admit, it was fun pretending to be my friend.
I was never pretending.
He looked at me like there was so much he wanted to tell me.
I still can't believe you're attracted to someone that looks more plastic than a Barbie doll.
But he couldn't. His lips were so close, and my heart beat like crazy. I wanted him to say more, but I also wanted him to shut up and kiss me. But Luke pulled away suddenly, looking angry.
Forget it. You won't understand.
Had I almost kissed my best friend's boyfriend? What was wrong with me? It was a good thing we were moving out in a few days anyway. On our last day in the house, Mr. and Mrs. Durand held a farewell party for us. They invited all their friends, including Bella and her parents, and held a mini promotion of our little grocery store and even showed my videos on a big screen. Luke looked handsome in a suit, but I had to look away. I still felt guilty about the other night and confused by his hot and cold attitude. But suddenly, he was standing right in front of me.
Hey, wanna dance?
I shouldn't.
Why? Do you think you'll trip and fall?
No.
Then come on.
He whirled me onto the dance floor, and I felt like I was dancing on air. It was magical and thrilling. Then his lips came close, and all the voices in my head fell silent, but the music suddenly stopped.
Luke, what are you doing? Bella's parents are watching.
You should be dancing with her, not
the poor grocery girl.
Yes. Sophia can't bring you any connections or wealth. I'm sorry, dear, but we have to think of Luke's future, and that is with Bella. I was so shocked my mouth fell open. My parents were furious.
Is this how you feel about us? Why did you invite us to stay with you? Why throw us this party? Because they want to rub in your faces how rich they are now. They always envied you, and they didn't throw you this party. Bella and I did.
Well, sorry for the long break between me talking, but that is a big twist. There's just plot twist on plot twist on plot twist.
It was all Luke's idea. He's been planning this party for weeks. I just helped with the decorations. Suddenly, all the guests left saying they were disgusted, and Mr. and Mrs. Durand looked panicked. What's going on? I'm so confused.
Let me explain. When we were kids, I loved being your friend. You were awesome and brave, but my parents wanted to cash in on that friendship and started charging your parents for protection services. I hated it. We did it for you, son, so you could have everything rich kids had. I never wanted any of that.
I love seeing when rich kids don't care that they're rich because it shows they have dignity and pride, and they know what they want. They know they don't need all this cash to be happy. They just need normal friends and family.
And even here in the city, you insisted I date rich girls so you can make connections with their parents. You two have always used me for your own gain, and I'm sick of it.
And look what it got you. You have luxury cars, you live in a mansion.
But I can't be with the girl I love.
Please tell me I'm not the only one that's not surprised this is happening and actually expected it more than anything.
I thought you two were in love. I'm a cheerleader and he's a jock. We had to date. It's like in the Bible or something. but we were never in love. And when I saw how much you two loved each other, you knew? Always. Why do you think I kept leaving you two alone when we hung out? You two are super cute together.
Can you ever forgive me for being such a jerk and not getting in touch sooner? I thought you hated me.
I did, but only because I missed you so much.
I'm never gonna leave you now.
Me either. Best friends?
The bestest.
And he kissed me, and it was everything I'd imagined.
If you made it to the end of this video with me and still have your sanity intact, please comment potato23 at the bottom of the description. I'll greatly appreciate it. I can't, this video made me lose brain cells. Comment in the comment section below potato23 if you made it to the end. And I will see you all next time. But before I end this video, let me just say that was a heartwarming story. Definitely not doing air quotes. What gives you that idea? It is interesting to see, like, how rich kids would act with money and without money, how some rich kids don't care that they have money, how some rich kids think it's just entitled to them, and so on. This was made by My True Story Animated. Again, their channel will be in the description below. Kudos to them, because I remember I watched them a few years ago, and their animation quality has genuinely improved, and I am astounded by how good it looks. So, well done, My Story Animated, and hopefully I'll be reacting to another one of their videos soon. And yeah, have a good day. I'll see y'all later. Subscribe. Bye.